invite you to turn in your Bible to Acts chapter 13. I'm going to read verses 26 to 41 in Acts chapter 13. Brothers, children of Abraham, and you God-fearing Gentiles, it is to us that this message of salvation has been sent. The people of Jerusalem and their rulers did not recognize Jesus. Yet in condemning him, they fulfilled the words of the prophets that are read every Sabbath. They found no proper ground for a death sentence. They asked Pilate to have him executed. When they had carried out all that was written about him, they took him down from the tree and laid him in a tomb. But God raised him from the dead, and for many days he was seen by those who had traveled with him from Galilee to Jerusalem. They are now his witnesses to our people. We tell you the good news. What God promised our fathers, he has fulfilled for us, their children, by raising up Jesus. As it is written in the second psalm, you are my son. Today I have become your father. The fact that God raised him from the dead, never to decay, is stated in these words, I will give you the holy and sure blessings promised to David. So it is stated elsewhere, you will not let your Holy One see decay. For when David had served God's purpose in his own generation, he fell asleep. He was buried with his fathers, and his body decayed. The one whom God raised from the dead did not see decay. Therefore, my brothers, I want you to know that through Jesus, the forgiveness of sins is proclaimed to you. Through him, everyone who believes is justified from everything you could not be justified from by the law of Moses. Take care that what the prophets have said does not happen to you. Look, you scoffers, wonder and perish, for I am going to do something in your days that you would never believe, even if someone told you. Last Sunday we celebrated Easter. We celebrated the death and resurrection of the Messiah. Resurrection was something that Jesus tried to explain to them, but they didn't fully understand until they saw it. Death is something they understood. They understood death all too well. People die all the time. It's not difficult to explain death to people. It's unfortunate. It's not fun. There's just nothing really good you can say about death, but we understand it. Life, on the other hand, is a little more complicated. And I got a little bit of homework for you, a little challenge for you this morning to just do a little homework on your own. I want you to sit down this week and take a few minutes and try to define one word for me. And you know, sometimes it's hard to use words to define something, but try to define one word for me. Now, if you've heard me go on about this before, and I have, every now and then I only have about 8 stories, and I tell them all over and over and over and over, right? And so that's how it goes. But try to find one word for me. Okay, so if you know the right answer, then you can just write a couple words. And this isn't a riddle or a trick question either. It really isn't. It's a straightforward and simple, but it's the reason that the world is so flippant about life and death. And the word is person. Do your best to try to define the word person. All right? What's the definition of a person? It's much easier to point to a person and say, that's a person. Like I read to ask Jeff, he's a person. That pew over there, not a person. But how do you define person? You know, we use words, and it's hard to explain. But just like life, it's hard to explain. Lots of things are alive. Your plants are alive. Okay? The stink bug crawling across your floor, it's alive. Okay? It's in the sense that it does do its thing. But life. What does it mean? What does life mean? You know, it's when Jesus rose from the dead, he became alive after being dead. That's new. That's different. We look forward now to eternal life in Jesus Christ. This notion of life after death. The hope of the resurrection is what we cling to as Christians. It's what makes Christianity different than any other religion. And yet no other religion has the same promise that we have. They have a version of it, but it's different. It's different. Some of them want you to think you can just reboot your life here and kind of kick into a different life, and all of a sudden you're somebody else. You know, or they have a distorted view of what that is. We have this hope of resurrection to eternal life that we believe on faith, don't we? We believe on faith because none of you have ever seen heaven, have you? I don't think. You can't really see it. The book of Hebrews tells us that faith is to be sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. And what we hope for is resurrection. That while Jesus was indeed crucified, And on the third day he rose from the grave. And what we hope for is whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. We no longer see those who passed away. And I can't put you in a truck and drive you to the gates of heaven and let you peek in and see what it looks like. It just doesn't work that way. Nonetheless, we are certain that there's a reward in heaven for those who passed on, who had their faith in Jesus Christ, that will go there when they pass in this life. It's a faith journey, being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. I am certain that there's a heaven, that there's a God in heaven. I can't see it, but I'm certain that it's there. Hebrews 11 tells us about all the great people, from Adam through many others, who had faith and were rewarded. The only difference between the people in the Old Testament and us today is they hadn't seen Jesus yet. They believed before the promise was fulfilled, and we have the message of salvation now brought through Jesus. We believe after the promise has been fulfilled. And in Acts 13:26, Paul tells the people, it is to us that this message of salvation has been sent. Paul says, brothers, children of Abraham, and you God-fearing Gentiles, it is to us that this message of salvation has been sent. And so there really aren't all that many of them at that time. Yet they've got the message of salvation. Their charge is to take that message to the world. Well, I think they've done a pretty decent job, right? Because we still have their message of salvation. We still have the same message that Paul preached. Paul goes on and tells us the story of salvation. And the amazing thing is that the rulers in Jerusalem didn't recognize Jesus. And instead they condemned him. The ironic thing is that they actually fulfilled all the words of the prophets that they read every Sabbath. Not sure how aware they were that they were fulfilling Old Testament prophecy in the process of crucifying Jesus and getting, while they got it wrong, they got it right. They were about as right as wrong could ever be. Right? They had no ground to execute. None. He had done nothing that's worthy of being executed. So they asked Pilate to do it. Pilate had him killed. So when they did everything they wanted to do, they put him in the tomb. But verse 30 tells us that God raised him from the dead, and that's what it's all about. God sent his son, and the people did as they pleased. Some believed, some cheered his execution. God let this all happen. And when the people were finished doing their thing, he did his thing. Resurrection. He raised him from the dead, and people even saw him. People saw him die. People saw him dead. People saw him now alive again. There are eyewitness accounts of the resurrection. And Paul's listeners are witnesses to the people. You know, to this very day, the most believable witness in a court of law is eyewitness testimony. They want to know who saw it. And today, guess who the witnesses are to the resurrection? That's us. It's us. In verse 32, Paul says, we tell you the good news. What God promised our fathers, he's fulfilled for us, their children, by raising up Jesus. And all those people in Hebrews 11 had that promise. God fulfilled it in us. And it's our job now to take that message to the world. Now, a lot of people today want to know what happens to somebody when they pass away. And then what happens to a person when they pass away? There's that word person again. What happens to a person when they pass away? Because it's different than what happens to an ant when you step on it. You know? Or a bird when you shoot it, or a deer when you shoot it. You know, nothing significant happens there when a person passes away. So what is a person? What happens with a person after death? What happens to a person in resurrection? What will we look like? How will we know each other? Will we know each other? Those are great questions, and the answers are quite simple. John tells us in 1 John 3:2, he says, dear friends, now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But when we know that when he appears, we shall be like him. We shall see him as he is. John is saying we don't know yet. But when Jesus shows up again, he comes back, we'll be like him. Now, what was he like? It's a faith journey. It's a faith journey. You have to be okay with that. In Acts 13:35, Paul quotes Psalm 16:10. God Old Testament in this next chunk here. You will not let your Holy One see decay. David believed in resurrection. He wrote that a long time ago. He knew that God would not let his Holy One see decay, even 1,000 years before Jesus. Yet Paul tells us in verse 36, when David served God's purpose in his own generation, he fell asleep. He was buried with his fathers, and his body decayed. But the one whom God raised from the dead did not see decay. See, the mystery of death is one we may never unravel. David served God's purpose, and he fell asleep. What was David's purpose? What's my purpose? And what's your purpose? And does that mean once we serve our purpose, we're going to fall asleep? Well, I've done all I came to do here. Check it out. Is that part of the mystery? Those are why do some people live a long time and others live hardly any? Those are all great questions, and I kind of wish I knew the answers. In other ways, I'm glad I don't have the answers. But if all of life's questions had answers, we wouldn't need faith, would we? Well, we need faith. The promise we have is that Jesus will return. That's a promise we have to wait for in faith. And if we fall asleep like David before that happens, then we'll find the answers. David will find the answers to some of those difficult questions. But Paul's concerned about in Acts 13, though, isn't those questions. He's telling us in verse 38, through Jesus, the forgiveness of sins is proclaimed to you. Through him, everyone who believes is justified from everything you could not be justified from by the law of Moses. And Paul says something that seems a little bit obscure. He quotes Habakkuk. People don't often quote Habakkuk, do they? They just don't. Yeah, Habakkuk's the book of the Old Testament that if you're on a Bible reading plan, you read it once a year and you're plowing through. Otherwise, it doesn't get a lot of attention. But he says in Habakkuk, listen to this is Habakkuk's first complaint. And Habakkuk isn't wrong. He says, how long, O Lord, must I call for help and you don't listen? Or cry out violence but you do not save? Why do you make me look at injustice? Why do you tolerate wrong? Destruction and violence are before me. There is strife and conflict abounds. Therefore the law is paralyzed and justice never prevails. The wicked hem in the righteous so that justice is perverted. Well, that's not an article out of yesterday's paper. That's Habakkuk. His beef isn't much different than some of our beefs today. Why do bad things happen? Why it's just not, the law isn't working. But listen to God's answer to Habakkuk in Habakkuk 1:5. Paul quotes in Acts 13. He says, look, you scoffers, wonder and perish, for I'm going to do something new in your days, that you would not ever believe, even if someone told you. Something new happened in Jesus Christ. God didn't save us from the wicked that Habakkuk talked about. That stuff still exists. Plenty. Rather, Jesus came to save us from sin. Habakkuk complained that the law wasn't working. Well, guess what? Law doesn't work. We're not saved by laws. Laws don't make people better. More laws never produce life. More laws only create one thing, and that's the need for more laws. Every time you make a law, you create a need for more laws. Life. Salvation comes from grace through faith in Jesus Christ. This new thing that God was going to do is resurrection. It's life. It's eternal life. Resurrection, someone coming back to life, never to die again. After they've passed away, it is unbelievable. It's one of those things when God says to Habakkuk, you wouldn't believe it even if someone told you. They didn't get it until they saw it. And once they saw Jesus, even Thomas was like, yeah, the doubter, remember? Even Thomas got it at that point. Yet we Christians believe the words of John 3:16, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. If you're born again, then you're alive in Christ. Physical death doesn't cause you to perish. The world doesn't understand that. They can't possibly understand that. Death doesn't like life. Death doesn't understand life. Death wants to be the victor. Death thinks it's the victor. Jesus makes sure that for those who believe in him, death is the ultimate loser. Death is the biggest loser. In Christ, you're alive. Not just because your heart's beating and there's brain activity happening. That's not what constitutes life. You're alive in a much more profound way. You're alive in Christ. And there's a party that's never, ever, ever going to die. And that's the good news. So when Habakkuk says, God says that, look, you scoffers, wonder and perish. So if you choose not to believe this, you're going to wonder and you're going to perish. But those who believe in him will not perish, but have that everlasting life. Let's pray. Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this life that's only in you. Lord, the world, those who don't know you, Lord, they're dead. They just don't know it. They're just spiritually, Lord, they're dead. And they do things that make us scratch our heads. Lord, they just don't understand life and life to the full that you want us to have. And we pray, Lord, you would give us your life, continue to give us your life, that we would be alive in you. We celebrate being alive in you. And Lord, we go out into the world to the scoffers. and proclaim your word to them. Lord, and go before us, Lord, so they believe our message. And we pray, Lord, that because this message of salvation has been given to us. Lord, we're the God-fearing Gentiles section. We pray, Lord, you would fill us with your spirit and with life. Lord, that we could bring others, Lord, into life with you in your name.